Hello and welcome to this video. Gardening is a fun and rewarding hobby that can provide fresh produce for your family and help you connect with nature. In this video, we'll show you how to start a garden in your backyard. Choose the right location. The first step in starting a garden is choosing the right location. Look for a spot that gets plenty of sunlight, as most plants need at least 6 hours of sun per day. Consider factors such as proximity to a water source, wind protection, and soil quality. If you have limited space, consider raised garden beds or container gardening. The first step in starting a garden is choosing the right location. Look for a spot that gets plenty of sunlight, as most plants need at least 6 hours of sun per day. If you have limited sunlight, consider growing shade-tolerant plants like ferns, hostas, and impatiens. Another factor to consider is proximity to a water source. Make sure your garden is near a hose or a water source so you can easily water your plants. Wind protection is also important, as strong winds can damage young plants and reduce their growth. Look for a spot that is sheltered from the wind, or consider using windbreaks like fences, walls, or bushes. Soil quality is also an important factor to consider. Good soil should be well-draining and rich in organic matter. If your soil is poor, consider using raised garden beds or containers, which allow you to fill them with a soil mix that is tailored to your plant's needs. In conclusion, choosing the right location for your garden is an important step in starting a successful garden. By considering factors such as sunlight, water, wind protection, and soil quality, you can ensure that your plants have the best conditions for growth and success. Decide what to grow. Next, decide what to grow in your garden. Consider your climate, the amount of sun and shade in your garden, and your personal preferences. If you're new to gardening, consider starting with easy-to-grow plants like tomatoes, lettuce, and herbs. Once you've chosen the right location for your garden, it's time to decide what to grow. Consider your climate, the amount of sun and shade in your garden, and your personal preferences. If you're new to gardening, consider starting with easy-to-grow plants like tomatoes, lettuce, and herbs. These plants are simple to grow and can provide a great introduction to gardening. If you have a sunny location, consider growing warm season crops like peppers, cucumbers, and squash. If you have a shadier location, consider growing cool season crops like spinach, chard, and kale. Consider also incorporating flowers into your garden to attract pollinators and add color and beauty to your yard. Easy-to-grow flowers include marigolds, zinnias, and sunflowers. In conclusion, deciding what to grow in your garden is an important part of starting a successful garden. By considering your climate, sun and shade, and personal preferences, you can choose plants that are well suited to your garden and will thrive. Whether you're growing fruits and vegetables or flowers, gardening can be a fun and rewarding hobby. Prepare the soil and plant your seeds. Once you've chosen your location and what to grow, it's time to prepare the soil and plant your seeds. Test your soil to determine its nutrient levels and pH, and amend it if necessary. Then, plant your seeds according to the recommended spacing and depth, and water them well. Once you've chosen your location and what to grow, it's time to prepare the soil and plant your seeds. The first step is to test your soil to determine its nutrient levels and pH. You can purchase a soil testing kit at a garden center or online. If necessary, amend your soil with compost, fertilizer, or other soil amendments to improve its quality. Next, plant your seeds according to the recommended spacing and depth. Be sure to follow the instructions on the seed packet for the best results. Then, water your seeds well, and cover them with a light layer of mulch to conserve moisture. It's also important to keep your garden well watered and weeded. Regular watering and weeding will ensure that your plants have the resources they need to grow and thrive. In conclusion, preparing the soil and planting your seeds are the final steps in starting a successful garden. By following these steps, you can give your plants the best conditions for growth and success. Whether you're growing fruits, vegetables, or flowers, gardening can be a fun and rewarding hobby that provides fresh produce for your family and a connection with nature. That's it for today's video. Starting a garden in your backyard can be a fun and rewarding hobby, and provide fresh produce for your family. We hope these tips have been helpful. Happy gardening!